Alright, so welcome back to Stance Lab. We are today gonna start working on getting our lovely steering wheel from a 328i, I believe. I bought it off of Facebook Marketplace, but yeah, we're installing that today. Since it looks better than the one that I have there, if anybody is interested, let me know. This is probably going to be like a handheld video, since it's actually easier to do things this way for this short video. I lied. Probably can't do crap knowing myself, but for the battery, first disconnect your lovely 10mm. Negative is fine. All you gotta do is put it aside, make sure that it stays there, all nice and tidy, all the way in the bottom. For the steering wheel part, we can just close the glass real quick. For the steering wheel part, let me show you, before we even start, what we are going to attempt to do. So, in the back of the new steering wheel, and also in your old steering wheel, you'll see these two tabs. What you're gonna want to do is use whether it's a Torx or a, I don't know, Phillips or whatever your choice is to push these springs in. Therefore, it releases the airbag. So if you're like me and you have this type of steering wheel, in the back, hopefully I can show you, right there, if you may, but right there, I believe it's a T30, so that's what we're going to remove. If this decides to focus, you guys will see, but we're going to remove that to be able to remove the actual airbag for some reason, but usually it's just the clips. So let me do that and we'll come back. All right, so showing you guys the back of the airbag and the sorry, it wasn't T30s, it was T25s, but they go here and here, and these are what you're seeing inside the steering wheel. So once you remove those, it should be pretty self-explanatory, which is just pop this puppy out, unplug that up top. Remember, make sure that your battery is disconnected. It could fly in your face if it's not. And next we have, well, I gotta go grab the tools real quick, but I believe this is a 16, and you crack it loose. I try to line up the wheel as perfectly as center as possible, so keep that in mind to be able to do this and be able to put this in a good orientation back in. So just a good thing to note, what I used was a lovely extension with a long 16. It doesn't have to be 12 point, but you know, whatever you guys have. It will lock, like once you crank down on it, it will lock to this side. It's preferable, therefore it's easier for you to, you know, crack it loose. But now since we have it cracked loose, let me just use my lovely 1/2 inch. Let's get this out of here. Get this out. Yeah. If you guys ask why is it that I'm not working in the garage, I don't have a garage right now. Everything is being used as storage or whatever, and don't really have that working for me. Other thing that you got to disconnect, and make sure, this is a very crucial step at this point, once you remove your actual steering wheel, you have your clock spring in the back, and that's something that you definitely do not want to be messing around with, because at that point it's going to set airbag lights. There's a ribbon cable inside of it, and if you break that, that is a ginormous no-no. But this just pulls out, this stays with the steering wheel, this for the switch packs. So a recommendation that I would like to do from other steering wheel swaps that I've done before is put a bolt in there and start, you know, just tapping it around, yanking on it, because if not, once it releases, this can fly you know, straight to you and maybe just hit you in the face. But let me do that. It's easier with two hands, so I'll be right back. So at this point, this is what you're left with. Your clock spring, like I said, there is a ribbon cable around inside of it, and you don't want to be like full turning this or whatever, because if not, it breaks. And to find one of these, it's pretty hard. And needless to say, our cars are getting older and older, and this is something new, probably $1,000 if not more. So keep that in mind. Let me go grab the steering wheel, and we'll show you how easy is it to install again. So I finally find my tripod, and I can actually use both hands. But to put the steering wheel in, nothing crazy. You have your switchback cables or your airbag cable, which is your deployment cable that comes off of this, and then you have your switchback cable, so it lines up. In my case, this is a 01 Plus with a 2-stage airbag. If you have a different style steering wheel that does not look like this swap for the E46 or the newer M steering wheel is not going to work. I do not recommend it, because you definitely do need two airbag plugs. However, I have seen people online and through the forums that if you want to go down that route, by all means. What people do is that they switch the clock spring, and you know, since it's the clock spring is the dual stage airbag, you get these two leads connected to here, and you are able to run the E46 M3 or the newer M5 model steering wheel like this one. So there you have it. Installation tip, just for you, if you didn't mark it like I did, you have a lovely center line. Hopefully, let me just zoom in. There we go. A center line here in the clock spring, and there's a center line on the steering wheel. So before all that, just make sure that your steering wheel is actually lined up in the center, and you should be able to put that in no problem. So again, next thing now is just putting the bolts back in, or the 16 back in. Nothing crazy. I don't have a torque spec, but it really wasn't that hard to take off. So I'm just gonna replicate almost the entire force that I actually needed to actually get this back in. So in this case, I'm gonna use my lovely 1/2 inch. Take the key out, therefore it locks like so. You see, it makes it easier for you guys to actually like crank down on it or crank it loose. But since it's cranked down, a good one of these. Let me reset. That's it. That's all the torque that I'm giving this. Put this straight back in the center, therefore I can work comfortably. Ooh, I moved you guys. I'm sorry, you guys were right in the armrest. But now comes the time for the airbag. Before I put this in, I cleaned the leather. I know that it looks shiny or whatever. I don't like it, but I treated the leather. I use a baseball glove leather cleaner, leather conditioner for this. It stays shiny, but once what is it called, once you start using it, or once it reacts to the sun, it stays matte. Same as my seats. And let me tell you, I've actually loved it a lot ever since I put it. And I will drop a link down below for you guys if you guys are interested. My seats were toast, so I've been using it ever since I found out about it, and I love it. But going back to the airbag, next thing you see is these two plugs. These go right here. It's pretty straightforward, green to green, black to black, and then all you do is pop in the steering wheel, and that's it. Beforehand, just make sure, grab it, shake it, make sure that it's not loose. But we did torque the steering wheel. It should be okay, at least for what I know and for what I care. So this one goes in like this, I believe. Yep. And this one goes in sideways like so. Therefore they're not on top of each other, I believe. I didn't take this one out. I bought it from some guy at Facebook Marketplace. Very nice dude. He sells cars as well. Hopefully I can find his description and drop it below. He has a very nice 5 Series 540i manual 6-speed, and then a E46 Touring that he's selling right now. But make sure that the cables are not going to be touching with each other. Like, fold them and make sure that it's just in an open space, and all you gotta do is give it a good push, and I believe that's it. Let me go put the battery back in, or not back in. Let me just connect the battery, make sure that all the switches and volume and all that stuff works. Therefore, I know that I don't know, it looks weird. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the angle. I don't know. So my phone was overheating, you know, since I'm in the car, it's Florida and all that good stuff. Let's see if everything works now, since I have to stop the video randomly. So this is your cruise control. Button lights up. Perfect. This is, I believe, well, not I believe, I know it's volume. A lovely Britney Spears, so we got that working. This is next track, interchange, or preset, better said. So that's that. I believe that this one had the mode one, but I guess not. But I'm gonna have to try these on the highway later today, and this one to make sure it works. But let's go to Bluetooth mode, which is lovely integration that we did. The first thing we did with this car from Ted from Blue Bus. Let's see if the voice command works. I'm happy to say that it does. I totally forgot that I'm you know, filming, but it took me off of the filming portion of it. So yeah, this is how you install your lovely airbag. I'm gonna have to adjust this because I don't think it's supposed to be sitting out this badly, to be honest, but I'll figure that out. So figure out that lovely gap. I don't know if it's normal. It looks normal to me, but I might be wrong. So honestly, if you guys have any questions about this, or what parts to grab, or how to look for these type of parts on Facebook or whatnot, shoot me a message or comment or whatnot. I'll give you some pointers for this type of stuff. And honestly, if you guys like the content or whatever that we do here in Stan's Laboratory, or Stan's Lab for short, please give us a like, subscribe, comment, anything. It helps us out. It keeps us going. You know, just seeing that our little subs count just goes in or goes up by 1. Finally, we hit 200, which is surprising to us. But stay tuned. Peace.